this year is really focus on two kind of key selling motions, and they extend beyond just the platform itself. One motion is around selling business critical applications, which involves selling other technologies like SRM and vCenter Ops. And then the other selling motion that want to get traction around is the cloud infrastructure suite as a whole. So that is vSphere plus vCloud Director, Site Recovery Manager, VC Ops, and a variety of other products. So really it's about extending what the channel partners already know. I think everybody knows how to sell vSphere for the most part, right? They've done that for a long time. They're very comfortable with it. But now it's about extending beyond that.
It's really difficult because they have the habit to just the bread and butter for them are the virtualization things.
Right. That's right. So it's very easy for a partner to just continue to sell more vSphere, right? It's not that hard to do. But the key moving forward, longer term growth is going to rest in the fact that you extend beyond the platform. You use the platform to build a bridge to the future, and that's what we need to teach people how to do. And the business critical applications is a real easy one to do that because it's doing a lot of the same things you do, but then making logical extensions. And then even further beyond that, the cloud infrastructure suite makes a whole lot of sense, particularly if someone says, I'm trying to build a private cloud, or I want to architect to get ready for the cloud. Well, to do that, you need more than just vSphere. And so we've known that for a long time, and now we're building a better picture of what that looks like. And we can say, this is the recipe for building the cloud, and we have it, and others don't, and ours is a lot easier to set up, and again, it extends and builds upon things that you've done in the past.
Do you think that they need to do new certification, of course, but they are prepared to understand the different products of the portfolio? Because when I took with VMware people also, the portfolio is increasing all the time, so the company is shifting to new things.
That's right.
And so it's a challenge for VM people, for wholesalers, for channels, for customers.
Indeed. Yeah, so two parts to that. Number one is, yes, there are new competencies that are designed to make things easier, or at least provide kind of laser focus into specific areas. So the competency we just launched not too long ago around business critical applications, and the new one around management that was just announced at this show, those are big deals. So we need to make sure everybody takes those and adds those to their arsenal or bag of tricks. And then the other piece beyond that is, yes, learning the technologies. What we need to do is, on two fronts, we need to take the products and possibly collapse them together. So VC Ops is a great example of that. You used to have the technology that we got from the acquisition of the management products from EMC, and then you had Capacity IQ and all these different things. And what we've done is we've packaged them underneath one moniker now. So it makes a lot easier to consume and then also to sell. So that's one piece. The other piece that we need to do is we need to look at further bundles like we've done with the business critical apps and then some vSphere with management, and we need to offer more bundles that way. And we can say to the customer, through the channel partner, this is the bundle or kit that you need, right? We don't have to explain all the different pieces. You don't have to have a different line item. You just have the bundle that you buy and you're ready to go. But kind of as you correctly pointed out, we need to continue to evolve these things. We can't just do, hey, we've got a nice bundle over here. We need to be thinking this way all the time. So consolidate products and then bundle things together, and that will help in the sales motion and the understanding of the technology.
From the point of view of the business for the channels, do you think this kind of portfolio will be in the future also healthier in terms of margins?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I mean, the key to me around these bundles is it's really going to be the motion going forward. I foresee a day where some point, you're just not going to be selling as much vSphere, right? And you need to sell something else. What is that something else? And so I think for the overall health of the business, we need to start transforming and making sure that layer one, which is the cloud infrastructure suite, is basically just rock solid, right? And we sell the whole thing. You buy layer one and that's it. And then you can focus on the value add stuff in the application layer or the end user computing layer. So I definitely think it's very important for our business. I'm not sure exactly what the margins will be, but it's very important for our business that we
But the services around these products always have a very important
That's true.
layer of services to build around the products. No?
Absolutely, and we'll continue to do that as well. So services are, a really big deal, as we continue to move forward. And then how do I actually build, let's say a private cloud, right? That's where services really become important, because I think a lot of end users have questions about that.
What is your feeling about the role of the service providers around this technology? Because they are changing their business model with the virtualizations, and that they can provide new hosting applications, cloud services are relatively new for them, no?
Sure.
They are really understand the opportunity and develop the infrastructure to do that.
Yeah, I think, and we're trying to help them do that through a lot of different technologies. So a technology like vCloud Director, right? We sell to two markets. We sell to the end user, which is how you use this Stability Private Cloud, but the service provider, they can take that in and start to use that to deploy services. And yes, it is a different model for them. It has different economic value. It also, usually for us, it's interesting because it provides an opportunity for us to scale our products in a very different way. So that's why we have different models and different ways that they offer the products, because it's usually on a metered basis. So yeah, it's definitely two audiences that we sell to, and we actually have a whole team at VMware that's focused on the service provider and how they bring the technology to market, because we need to have that piece, because service provider, the public cloud and the private cloud are, we want to bring those things together. We want to unite them together in the near future.
Also, it's interesting that also the resellers can resell services from the service provider. No? So the ecosystem is changing.
Sure. Yeah, the ecosystem is always changing. So everybody goes where the opportunity is.
Yes.
So that leads to a lot of people want to become a cloud provider, right? And we've got a lot of partners that want to invest in that area. And I think it's good that when they have our technology as a basis, and then the end user has the technology as a basis, that's going to provide a very easy way to bridge those two together.
In terms of the infrastructure for the end user, do you think that they need to invest in new servers? So, these new VMware technologies, of course, you can use better your existing platform, but there will be a movement also to buy new hardware.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. There's always the opportunity. Usually in some of the larger customers, they'll go through a server refresh at some point, and we continue to see that. That's usually a very good point to increase your virtualization footprint and bring in new servers, and then let's take advantage of that with the virtualization platform. So that continues to be an opportunity. Of course, one of the value props that we've always offered for some period of time is you can get a lot out of the existing hardware that you have as well, because you're able to do higher and higher consolidation ratios. So that can happen as well. But we see a lot of growth too around the SMB, the smaller customers, because they just want to get into virtualization for a very different reason. It's more around availability for them versus the consolidation ratios for the larger customers. So it's a different value proposition. Yeah,
but the reseller need to understand that, because the opportunity for the SMB is around that. It's around the not just the consolidation, instead of the availability of the system all the time.
Exactly. It's an easy way to provide in the end.
Okay. Well, thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Appreciate it.